Hello and welcome to the first video, the inaugural video for my new channel, Austin Hilton Stock Money. I have been creating content on YouTube now for 4+ years in the crypto space. There'll be a link in the description below if you want to go check out my crypto channel. But this is the beginning of a new journey for me. I have been a long-term stock investor for 35+ years. You see all the gray hair? Yeah, that's stock and crypto investing. And I have started this channel with really two goals. The goal is to keep you more and better informed about what's going on in the stock market and help you make more money in the stock market. And so what we're going to share and talk about in this video is something I'm sure you may or may not be aware of, is that as a fellow Nvidia holder, we have hit a historic moment today. Nvidia hitting over a $4 trillion market cap, first company to ever do that ever in the history, right? And so wanted to share some information here with you, talk about and kind of take a look at what's being said about this, and we're going to have a dialogue about this. As always, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes. And so here we go. Let's jump into this.
We're going to roll the animation as Nvidia, a $4 trillion market cap, which no company's ever done, Jim.
Well, look, it's the evolution of hardware. It is, if it were just AI, generative AI, that'd be one thing, but it's accelerated computing, and people don't give that enough credit. And I think this time is not software time. It's not Exxon's time. It's the idea that we have leader in the world in hardware. Remember, there's a ton of software in Nvidia, and there's nobody that's near them. Nobody's near them.
Can we take this moment to basically assert that the AI trade is going to drown out tariff noise and trade uncertainty?
Well, the way that the president breaks stories, you can't drown.
Actually, that's a really good point. Let's pause there. So we're talking about a narrative there, right? The tariff narrative and how that's been playing out. It's been impacting the stock market. It's been impacting the crypto market. And so in that, you're starting to see prevailing themes that are overtaking that narrative. And I think we're kind of at the end of that tariff journey where a lot of that volatility has already been built into the market. It's already been absorbed. People are already used to that narrative. They're used to that theme. It's not really a factor anymore per se, and keeping them out on the sidelines. And again, Nvidia is showing that by surging and achieving this milestone of a $4 trillion market cap.
Amount. I mean, because like he could come out right now and say, he has decided that Australia, one of their greatest allies ever, Australia's they have to pay. And like you're saying, well, pay for what? So yeah, he can change the discourse, but I think that what this is the individual investor is a little too exuberant here, but the individual investor is saying, I'm going to use it phrase. This is what the president should be. That we're number one. We're number one, and it doesn't matter about the tariffs. We're number one. The copper tariff I thought was crazy. I mean, I called one of the people in the administration and said, "What did copper do?" I mean, it doesn't matter.
You know what, this line from Mizuho today on the pharma tariffs made me chuckle. Makes about as much sense as anything this administration has said.
Well, there you go. It's not scaring individuals, it's scaring institutions. Individuals are either pro-Trump or just think, you know what, Trump's a distraction from me making a lot of money in Nvidia.
Right. But do we believe retail has an edge on institutional money? Retail, or is it just hope?
Retail recognizes that the market the Dow was at 1,000 in 1982, and now it's at 45,000. And if they had just stayed in and stayed long, if they had owned Nvidia and not traded it, then they would be very rich. And that's it.
I mean, that's a good point, right? And ultimately, to me, one of the best investing strategies is that buy and hold strategy. Is that strategy of you buy an asset, you hold it over time. Listen to what he said in 1982. The Dow was at 1,000, and now it's at 45,000. And so, and if you had bought Nvidia, and I remember Nvidia from way back when they were really known for graphics cards, and I have a teenage son, and I knew that sector, kind of building him some computers to play games and things of that nature, just kind of purely on that retail side. But I think ultimately what we're really talking about here is, retail. I don't think retail investors are swayed as much. I agree with what they just were talking about, are swayed as much right now by tariffs. And I think that retail investing is what is moving the needle here. And we're going to continue to see Nvidia move up. Now, ultimately, you know how the market plays out. It's going to go up. It may pull back a little bit and all those kind of variables. But just have a plan in place. If you're a smart long-term investor, well, the plan in place could be just, hey, I'm just not going to sell if we see a dip. I'm going to look at that as an opportunity to buy even more and so forth, because I believe Nvidia, long-term, all of the, obviously being one of the leaders in the AI sector, hardware, software, all of that is going to continue to be a dominant force and a dominant player. Okay.
Look, Nvidia made people rich like no stock I've ever seen. It's a retail stock. The institutions got out of Nvidia years ago.
I know, but couldn't we have had that same kind of conversation about JDS Uniphase or you name it?
You mean just don't sell us?
Yes, yes.
It then became just don't sue us?
Yes.
Look, here's the difference. Sell some Nvidia. You never got to sell any JDS. You can sell some Nvidia and go buy, buy whatever. You go to Amazon. Here, this idea. Sell some Nvidia, and a fraction, just to get your position down to 5%. We've done this at the club. And then go to Jassy. Notice I don't call it Amazon anymore. And look at this right now. Autocracy by Ann Applebaum.
All right. So the narrative here, the theme is really ultimately about the fact that we're going to celebrate where we've hit today, $4 trillion market cap, never been done by a company ever. And ultimately, I'm a firm believer in Nvidia. I'm going to continue to hold my Nvidia. And as a percentage of my stock ratio, it's a part of a good diversified number as far as diversification strategy. It's about, I think it is about 5% of my portfolio right now at this given time. And again, I'm just looking for other opportunities. I think Nvidia is a long-term play. And today is a massive day for Nvidia holders. And again, just kind of launching this inaugural first video for the stock channel. Please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. More content to come. And I appreciate you, and go make some money. See you.